All right, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the July, zoom out a little bit here, there we go, the July Bass Edition Lucky Tackle Box unboxing. If you're not familiar with Lucky Tackle Box is a monthly subscription. You can buy it in segments, a month at a time, 3 months, 6 months, and a yearly subscription. The only way you can pay month to month is the monthly subscription, or you pay the full year up front, all the other details. There are codes out there. There's free lure codes. You get free lure with your first box. There is a $4.99 code out there where you can get your first box for $5. But it's a great way to get extra baits in your tackle box. It also gives you things that you wouldn't ordinarily fish and try. Some of them, they change based on the region, whether it's going to work in your region or not. And you'll see in this box, there's a bait in here, and it's an expensive bait. But it doesn't necessarily work for pond fishermen, which is mostly what I do. I do get out on lakes and reservoirs and stuff like that. There's an extremely expensive bait in here, and we're going to get into that here in a second. Yes, I did open my box. Normally I wait and do it on these videos sometimes, but hey, I get excited just like everybody else does. So, we're going to try to dig into this a little bit. Go through it, talk about how we fished each and every bait that's in there, and go about it. But let's take a look. So again, July 2016, Lucky Tackle Box, standard bass box. The bait card is in here. I'll show you what you would get in the XL box if you were to upgrade. But this is just the standard box. So obviously our standard wrapping that we're accustomed to seeing from Lucky Tackle Box. And back to this month, we do have the standard bait card that lists all of our prices of all of our baits and all the different types. So the two baits you will not see, and that's where below this red line is what the XL box would have gotten. There was a live target frog popper. So just so you know, the standard box is $15 if you do the month-to-month subscription. Another $10, you get the XL box. That's where you get these additional two baits. So for an extra $10, you get two baits. Each one was approximately $10. So you got over $20 in value for your $10 investment. So the first one was a live target frog popper. Retails for $13.49. Sorry, the camera's not quite focusing on that. And then the other thing was a bait by Storm, the Arashi, I guess is how you say it. It's a square bill crankbait, that's out there at $8.99. It is, doesn't say the depth of it on there, but it's a square bill. So square bill crankbait from Storm and Live Target. So obviously at $13.49 and $8.99 definitely pays for the additional $10 that you would have gotten. But we're going to go through the standard box and what we got. So let's start. We have the Biwa 5-inch trout. It's a jointed swim bait. And like I said, this is the box. I mean, this is, if I can get it to focus a little bit here, it'd be nice. It is a $25.99 bait, $25.99. So it's still not focusing for me, which is not cool. There we go. So $25.99 for that bait. So definitely worth the box of $15 for a $26 swim bait. But it doesn't necessarily work for pond fishermen. So if you're a pond fisherman, you're probably not that excited about this box. But let's take a look. So this is by far the most expensive bait I've ever gotten in an LTB. Wow, focus is terrible this time. I apologize, guys. Hopefully it stays. All right, yeah, we're good now. So Biwa jointed swim bait. It is in a rainbow trout color. It's kind of hard to see through the plastic. In the comparison box, we'll break them out and you can actually see it. It's sinking. You know, it's 5.5 inches in length. It's 1 ounce, you know, bait. You know, it is a solid bait. You can see the kind of the specs on it there as it focuses in there. It says it's got clone technology. It looks, and it is very realistic of a rainbow trout. I mean, it is very, very realistic when you see the coloring on this. So, nice bait to start the box out. Big money bait. Next, we're going to go to a Reaction Strike Silver Shiner, valued at $5.75. That is this guy here, little swim bait trailer, or just a swim bait. You can throw it on a drop shot rig, lots of different ways. Me personally, I use these as trailers on my bladed jigs, swim jigs. Obviously, the giveaway video, you saw that I use these, talked about these. But this is something I would throw on as a trailer on that. Yes, you can throw it on a swim bait hook. Yes, you can do all kinds of stuff with it, drop shot it, the whole deal. But I like to use these as trailers. That's where it's been successful for me, and not bad, so happy with that. So, and that was the Shiner. Next we have the Lucky Strike. It's an assorted soft plastics, which that means it just every box may have a different one from Lucky Strike. So let's take a look for that. And that is these guys here. So this is a shaky tail ringworm. There is some scent on it. You can kind of leak through the bag a little bit. You can feel the sliminess. You can actually see the moisture there. They recommend the Carolina rig and a shaky head. It is, you know, it's a ringworm. It's like a little, get some little legs to it in there. It is a clear chartreuse green with black flake. It looks like a full pack. Definitely not a sample pack, but so that's what that is. Next we have a Mismo hoaxworm. 10 count goes for $3.75. And we have a full pack here. There are 10 in there, and you can see the scent, the moisture. I'm not sure which one was leaking, whether it was this one or the other one, but there is scent on these two. It is a black blue flake drop shot worm. You could probably do multiple types of setups with it, but you can see the scent in there, the moisture in there. You know, I love black and blue. If you've watched my channel, you know that by now. So not a bad little worm. Suspecting some drop shot hooks, and sure enough, that is what we got. So we have, get this to focus and hold the card up. We have Mustad Octopus drop shot hooks. Stay focused. Wow, the focus is terrible today. Sorry about that. So let's get that in there. $1.50 for this pack. Let's find them. They are here. So these little Mustad drop shot hooks. It is a, wow, stay focused. So it is a 5-pack, size 6, little octopus octopus hooks. So a great little drop shot hook. You know, for fishing. Throw that little black blue worm on there, and you'll be good to go. As always in the box, the Get Lucky sticker. And talks about ICAST previewing. So ICAST being the big trade show for vendors, exhibitors, and media, not for the public. Very difficult to get into. This is a preview edition. Yes, ICAST is already over if you're watching this video now. As again, I was away, but the box would have been received beforehand. It is your Fish Hound magazine, and that is going to be your standard bass box. So, you know, quick recap, we got the drop shot hooks. We got the Mismo drop shot worm. And right now, being the summer months, you got to slow it down. You're drop shotting, you're doing other things, so this box makes sense. Is this my best Lucky Tackle box that I've gotten? No, but I mean, the value is clearly there. You got a $26 bait in there, swim bait. It doesn't apply to the majority of the fishing I do. It is something I want to do. It is the third swim bait that we have gotten in Lucky Tackle Box. However, it is one of the biggest growing phases are hard-bodied jointed swim baits. So can't argue with that. They are expensive. So if this is how I get them and like to use them, I'm all for it. We got the shaky tail ringworm. This is probably going to be better on a shaky head, and that's not necessarily a drop shot, but it can be. So both of the soft plastics we got right there, both can work on those drop shot hooks. We got the thin shad 4-inch by Reaction Strike. So it's going to be a great trailer. Chatterbaits, swim baits, stuff like that. Even on a swim bait hook it by itself. And we got the trout jointed swim bait. Pretty bait. So big time money bait there. So you can't argue that. That is a huge bait. Big for the money. But that was our box. To recap the XL box. Stay focused camera, you would have gotten the frog popper from Live Target and the Storm well, however you say that. The square bill crankbait from Storm. That's what the XL box would have gotten you. But I get the standard boxes just because I get both boxes right now to compare. I am probably going to be going Lucky Tackle Box and going with XL boxes and dropping Mystery, but we'll see. The Mystery Tackle Box is also a great product. I'm not sponsored or paid by either of them, so this is of my own opinions. But that is the July 2016 Lucky Tackle Box. Thanks for watching Fish in the Garden State, guys. Let me know what you think of the box, what your favorite baits were. Let me know the difference between my box and your box. What are the differences? I'd love to hear them, love to see them. So thanks for watching Fish in the Garden State, and stay tuned for more content.